This story originally ran in 1982 as part of the Black L.A. Looking at Diversity series. We have preserved the original text in order to provide an accurate account of the work in print. As Black Los Angeles settles into the last quarter of the 20th century, many of the people involved in the local struggle for equality are pausing to look back on the successes and failures of the civil rights movement. Their idealistic fervor, which fueled the movement during the 1950s, turned into militant anger after the upheaval in Watts in 1965. Later, in 1979, this spirit sank into frustration when the Robbins anti-busing amendment to the state constitution was approved by voters. There is no consensus on how much progress blacks in Los Angeles have actually made during the past 20 years. There is, however, a belief that blacks have made progress but still have a long way to go. The Times talked to 4 prominent blacks whose experiences span 7 decades of Los Angeles history to get their views on black life in Los Angeles. They were Judge Billy G. Mills, 52, supervising judge for the family law section of the Los Angeles Superior Court, and a former member of the Los Angeles City Council, Elbert T. Hudson, 61, president of Broadway Federal Savings and Loan Association, former president of the Los Angeles branch of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and a former Los Angeles police commissioner. Marbesba T. Tackett, 74, former executive director of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference/West, who has served with the Fair Housing Congress, the Housing Opportunity Center, and the City of Los Angeles Housing Commission. Wendell Green, 62, a former editor of the Los Angeles Sentinel who has worked on a variety of black publications in the city. Hudson, even though I was idealistic, I am not too sure that my expectations were as great as what has actually occurred. Blacks have achieved more than I ever thought possible. Green, I think there has been economic advancement, and that is what I have always been concerned about. I am gratified with what goes on in City Hall. I know there are a lot of blacks holding important jobs now. What disgusts me is that a lot of young people don't take advantage of the opportunity that is offered to them. I don't mean just job-wise. I am talking about all kinds of education and training and everything that we never even thought about 40 years ago. Tackett, I think we have come a tremendous way in the last 20 years. I talked with a group of people at Xerox a couple years ago, more than 100 blacks who were employed at that office, and I asked them how many of them were employed at Xerox before 1964. Not a single one. There was one person who was employed in 1965. So we have come a long way, but I see a conspiracy in education that will gradually stop that progress because there will not be people to take their place unless we have people trained to do it.